Hello everyone and welcome to this edition of the Think Tank. Walmart versus Amazon. It seems like these two companies are battling out against each other. You know, Amazon is the big e-commerce giant and Walmart is the big brick and mortar store. And if you look at the mainstream media, the comments, a lot of them are very negative about Walmart and very positive about Amazon. And I really don't understand what's going on here. I'm trying to figure out the whole thing. I'm analyzing this from a non-biased perspective. I don't see Amazon as being serious competition for Walmart. I just don't see it, and here's why. This is a very important point I want to bring here, and actually what I'm talking about is something I was thinking about before something actually happened, and here's what I'm talking about. There's over 40 million people in the United States on food stamps. That's a very, very large segment of the population. You can't spend food stamps on Amazon, but you can spend them on Walmart. Okay? That's a huge segment of Walmart's business. I mean, they deal with the poorest of the poor people. All right? The middle class, which has become poorer. They shop there because things are cheap. They have low prices. And people need things right away. You can't buy everything online. I mean, you need basic stuff in your house. You need it right away. You know, the basics, the basic household items, you can't wait for it to be shipped. It can take a few days. For the most part, you're going to jump into your car and get it, because if you can order it, it's going to cost more money. It means it has to be shipped, it has to be delivered. It's just going to add to the cost. It's cheaper just to go to the store, buy what you need, and leave. Not everything can be bought online. I mean, look at clothing, especially women. You know, their bodies are shaped differently. They need to try things on before they buy them. Shoes. I know people that buy shoes online, and a lot of times they send them back because they don't fit or they're not comfortable. Something else that's very important here. Walmart is a Goliath. They have so much merchandise in their stores. They don't have to worry about running low on merchandise. Amazon doesn't. They don't have everything. And that's why you can actually sell on Amazon. You can go on there and you could become a merchant and you pay a commission to Amazon, similar to what could be done on eBay. So there's a lot of individual merchants. Amazon needs them because they have lack of merchandise. They can't compete with Walmart's inventory. Walmart can sell their inventory through their website. Amazon can only sell what it has. Now I'm doing this vlog today because recently news came out that Amazon purchased Whole Foods. I'm like, oh, what a huge story. I mean, the mainstream media and finance, they're taking this as a huge development. Oh, the retailers are in a lot of trouble. Stocks are getting hammered. And I'm like, wait a minute, why is this happening? And I looked at Walmart's stock. It was down around 7%. And I'm like, what? I mean, this has to be some short-term fear. How is this bad news for Walmart? First of all, Whole Foods is no competition for Walmart. I mean, they sell organic type of food. It's for people in the higher income bracket. They have good food there, good quality food, but it's food that people cannot afford if they're poor or in the middle class. It's an upscale retailer. Walmart is not. Walmart sells things to mostly poor and middle class people. That's not what Whole Foods is about. Why would Walmart stock go down around 7%? I mean, this is a very large company, and their stock doesn't move that quickly. This is a huge downturn in just one day. Okay? Well, less than a day. I mean, this happened like overnight, as soon as the announcement was made. And the other retail stocks are also suffering. They're getting hit pretty hard. But if anything, this should be good news for Walmart. I mean, because I don't really see how this benefits Amazon. Amazon is a company where you get good deals. They have a thing called Prime. Their prices are generally pretty low. And that's why people shop there, because, you know, Amazon is not the only company that sells online. There's a lot of companies. They have competition, but obviously their prices are very low. And it's combined with all their incentives and their offers, like Prime, things like that. That's why people use it. So integrating with Whole Foods, obviously they want to get into the food business. I figure they want to deliver a lot of the food that they have. Now they have a store that sells food, but how does it integrate with Amazon's low prices? Whole Foods is for one segment of people that like organic types of foods that are willing to pay a higher price. And that's people that are upscale, that are in a higher income bracket. How is that going to help people that shop on Amazon that are in a lower income bracket? And recently, I'm making the statements because Amazon was willing to lower their Prime membership fees for people that get government assistance. And people were saying then, that's not going to work. Or because their Prime is going to be lower, it's not going to incentivize poor people to sign up for it. Right? And I agree with that. So obviously Amazon, on one hand, is trying to get poor people more involved in their business to buy from them, but at the same time, now they buy Whole Foods. I mean, how are they going to get poor people to buy groceries from Amazon through Whole Foods? That's not Whole Foods' business model. I really don't understand how this is going to work. And like I said, it's the opposite of what Walmart offers. Walmart sells food to people in a poor income bracket. They don't deal with people on the higher income bracket nearly as much. So I don't see how this is really going to coincide with Amazon's business model if they're trying to capture poor people. And keep in mind, here's something very important. Poor people collectively have more purchasing power in a store than rich people do collectively. All right? So I really don't see this as negative news for Walmart. I actually see it as positive news. Walmart stock should have gone up. It shouldn't have gone down. I don't think this is going to help Amazon venture in to the food business. But Whole Foods, they're basically going to be catering to their upscale customers, not people that are poor. Now, as far as my prediction is concerned, what I'm trying to say here is that I think this is a very good buying opportunity in Walmart stock, because generally you got to be very careful when you buy stocks, right? You worry that you're going to lose money, but Walmart has stood the test of time. I mean, this is a company that went up around 10% during the financial crisis. I mean, this is considered a very defensive company. It's very safe. Now, over the past years, they had a real downturn. The stock was down at around 25%, which is pretty bad. But look what happened. It just roared back. And recently, in the past week, it hit $80 a share. So, I mean, I knew that was going to happen. And keep in mind, the stock pays a good dividend too. Even if it takes some time to come back, I mean, you got a dividend. The company, I think, has raised their dividend 25 straight years. And Amazon, they pay a zero dividend. So with all their cash and everything that they're buying, they don't pay anything to their shareholders. What's the point of holding the stock? I mean, of course, people that held it made fortunes, but right now, if you bought it now, I mean, it's so inflated, it's so high. I mean, can it go higher? Sure, it can, but how much higher can it go? Here's a huge buying opportunity. I mean, I actually predicted when the stock hit like in the high 50s, I said, this is a very good buying opportunity. And look what happened. I mean, the stock roared back. I mean, I think today it hit around the 73 level. And I'm like, you know, this is a really good buying opportunity, really low PE ratio. I mean, it's an undervalued stock compared to its peers. A lot of stocks now are overvalued, but compared to other stocks, especially on the Dow, mega cap companies, this is one of the most undervalued companies I've seen. They're making a lot of acquisitions to compete with Amazon. A lot of online companies that they've purchased have been working out for them. So as far as Walmart versus Amazon, Walmart wins. So Amazon obviously is a big name, they're a big brand. Now Amazon is innovative, you know, they've done a lot of things to make them very successful. Very impressive what they've done. There were very good deals on the company's site, and it's amazing that they were able to compete with the biggest, and they're going to remain competitive in the e-commerce space, but people are going to look for bargains, especially as the economy progressively gets worse. I mean, I think the economy is getting worse. You know, they're buying Whole Foods. I mean, is this really going to help them? If Amazon wants to be more successful, they have to cater to poor people, because there's going to be a lot more poor people. And that's why I'm also bullish on Walmart. I think it's the safest stock, because as more poor people are around, they're going to make more money. People are going to shop at Walmart. There's going to be more people on food stamps, and that means they're going to take those food stamps to Walmart. That means more money for them. And here's another thing. The retail business has really been hit very hard. And as more retailers go out of business, that's less competition for Walmart. Walmart makes more money. So I'm not giving any investment advice here. I'm not telling you what to do. I mean, you could take the information that I'm giving you and make a decision based on it. But I'm going to make a prediction. I think Walmart stock is going to continue to go up from here. I think it's going to go back into at least the high 70s, 80s range this year. And it will continue to go up. I think it's a very good buy. I think it's bottoming out right here. And you get paid to hold it. You get a nice dividend as well. So that's my prediction. Walmart will continue to go up, and Walmart is a very good buying opportunity at this price. There's something else I wanted to tell you. This particular channel, I do a lot of things here, but predictions is what I'm mostly focused on, and my predictions have a very high accuracy. I just wanted to mention a few of them, especially in the realm of politics. I was one of the few that successfully called the 2017 Republican nomination. I also called the 2017 elections, and a lot of people laughed at me. They said it's not going to happen, and it did happen. And I also predicted how it was going to happen. So if you want to get predictions at a high accuracy and want to know what's coming up, I would appreciate it if you subscribe and like up this video. And please feel free to leave comments. I do read the comments, and the people that leave comments, I appreciate it. We should discuss things, especially something about this. I think this is important. It's important for people to know what's going on in the economy and the financial world. So please leave your comments, please subscribe, please like up this video, and thank you for tuning in.